Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Division. I am Death from Above. Today I want to talk about the Division beta, and we're going to do what's called an after-action report. I'm going to do these for a lot of the Division beta and different Division things. We call it after-action reports. So let's talk about the Division beta. So, my thoughts. PvE. Now, I'm going to do a full Dark Zone video later, a PvP Dark Zone. It's going to be called the Dark Zone Dynamic After Action Report, because I did a video before the beta came out talking about the Dark Zone Dynamic and how I think it's going to play out. So I would like to go revisit that video and kind of go over the Dark Zone and what all went in there. So most of this is going to relate to PvE, which is just outside the Dark Zone, or just general game dynamics. It may include some Dark Zone things, but they won't be just Dark Zone specific. So let's talk about PvE. The one mission that we had was really good. I liked how it went. I liked that it was a decent length. It was fun. It was dynamic. You could get in there with friends. You could get in there with a random group. I figured out how to do matchmaking fairly quickly, and on that mission it was pretty cool. The loot drops were spot on. I thought it showed you what you were guaranteed to get in the screen in the beginning, and I really enjoyed that. And then at the end you got probably another extra item from the boss of similar quality from what you were going to get from the mission. So it was really cool. I like the loot system in the missions. I like how the mission system worked. I like the matchmaking. The matchmaking worked very well. Side missions were a lot of fun. I found myself completing those first. I went and did the main mission on easy or normal, and then I went out and just did all the side missions, all the different side missions. I went and explored. I had fun. Ran around. I literally completed everything in the PvE environment that I could. I had fun. There was even one point where I was doing the mission where you have to turn on the three scanners in the apartment building. I got so lost there. I spent 30 minutes to an hour just running around there, opening dressers and looking for gear and loot and shooting stuff, and I was just having a lot of fun. So I think the PvE environment is very, very good. I would like to see more enemies. There's not enough NPCs, and this is a general consensus from pretty much everybody I've seen a video on that has been in the beta, that got in there, did the game, did the gameplay, enjoyed it. Every single person after the beta said there needs to be more enemies, there needs to be more NPCs, there needs to be more stuff. The world feels big, it feels open, it feels fun, but it doesn't feel like there's enough in it. So I'm pretty sure they've heard that loud and clear. I'm not going to reiterate it much more. So there you go. That's that. Like I said, the Dark Zone, I'm going to talk about that in a minute or in a different video. Skills and skill power. Now here's something that I think a lot of people were confused on. And there's two camps. There's two camps of people. There's the people that came from like Call of Duty, that came into the Division, just wanted to shoot stuff. And then there's the camp that came from games like Destiny, or games that like The Witcher or something else RPG-ish, that were coming in for the RPG elements. So there's two different camps involved, and one of the things I figured out, or I noticed, people were complaining like their sticky bomb wouldn't do enough damage, or something was ineffective, or something needs to be worked on because it didn't work very well. And I realized it's not necessarily that it's the game's fault. I think it was their build's fault. I think the sticky bomb, let's take the sticky bomb for instance, it does damage based on your skill power in the tech segment, so the tech column. So if you have a lot of I forget what you call it, but we're just going to call it rep. If you have a lot of rep in that column that's pushing your skill power up very high in the tech column, your sticky bomb is going to do a lot of damage. I heard Boomslang talk about it, and he said if your bomb was really low, it would do about 700 damage. If you got that column pretty high, it would do near 7,000 damage. And he had a little clip on Instagram showing of him blowing up 3 or 4 NPC enemies on the hard mission. Just hit him with a sticky bomb and it exploded, and it killed all of them, or almost all of them. So it's based on your stats. So I think there's some misconception from people that, oh, I have a sticky bomb, it should do this much damage. No, it's based on your character and his gear setup. So you need to set your guy up to do what you want him to do. Now what I did is I wanted to do DPS, and that kind of seemed to be the way everybody was getting funneled with the skills that were available. But I maxed out my DPS and I maxed out my skill power, so my tech. So I had the Caduceus, and then I had my M1A, so I would do damage from distance, use the Caduceus when something got too close, and just keep going like that. So my DPS on the M1A, I was getting 5,000 and 6,000 headshots and crits and stuff. So it was doing serious work for me. So I enjoyed that. General game performance, I did notice there was some lag, some latency, especially in the dark zone. I got killed by some phantom enemies. It may have been an invisible dude, it may have been terrible lag. But there was one time I was running, I would stop and there'd be nobody around, then all of a sudden I would lose health. And then I'd run, hide, stop, it would happen again. It happened finally the third time I stopped and I was like, what's happening? And then I died. So I know I wasn't in any sniper sight lines. I was indoors, nobody was near me. It was just some sort of latency issue to where something had shot me previously, or I couldn't see it, or somebody was invisible, or something was messed up. So there was some issues there. And then there was like some frame drops when you would enter the dark zone sometimes from some of the safe areas, and it would just you would just be out for 3 seconds, and then all of a sudden the game would catch up to what happened. So I think these are beta issues that will probably be addressed. If not, I hope they will. If anybody's watching, you need to fix that. That's a little bit of an issue, but I'm really interested to see what it looks like on PC. I did not get into the PC beta. I'm looking forward to the PC beta. Hopefully, fingers crossed, there is a wink wink beta in February for open beta. So if that's the case, I'm going to get into PC, see if my system can handle it. I've got an i7, it's a 3770K, and a GTX 680, and I've got 16 gigabytes of RAM. So I'm thinking I can probably push it pretty good with that. If not, it's within the year I need to upgrade my system to current stuff. But I think mine's probably beastly enough to handle it. Maybe not on Ultra, but we're gonna see. We're gonna get in there and we're gonna see. We're gonna compare it. So I want to get into that. We talked about the enemies, talked about the invisible enemies. Oh, another issue that they need to correct before the next either beta or game comes out is rogues escaping by going into the out of bounds zone. Because what would happen is you would chase somebody that was rogue, they would go into the out of bounds zone, and it would teleport them to the safe house where they would collect their bounty basically and just wait out their timer because you can't attack them in the safe house. So I don't know how that worked. I did see it happen a couple times where I'd be chasing somebody that would disappear into the out of bounds, and then I would be like, where'd they go? So I don't know. That needs to be addressed. That was a pretty hot issue though, so I know they're aware of that one. So kind of in summary, will I buy the game? Absolutely. Do I know what system I'm going to purchase the game on? Absolutely not. So far I've pre-ordered for the PlayStation 4, so I know I'm getting it there. And now it's just a question of do I want to on PC or Xbox, and which one of those is going to be my main system. I don't know yet, guys. If you're whichever system you're on, let me know. If you want to play, you could sway me. You never know. You might sway me towards that system being my main system. I'll probably have it on all three, but just which one I play on all the time really depends. So I don't know, but to sum it up, I didn't realize how excited I was for this game until I got in and played it and realized what it was. I knew what it was in the beginning, but I didn't quite understand what that meant to me. Now, in its heart, it's an RPG. Your character progression, game progression, stats, gear, all that stuff matters to your character, your level. All this stuff matters, and it's got the third-person shooter mechanics as the gameplay mechanics. But the people, I talked about the two camps of people, the guys that came from like Call of Duty and then the guys that came from RPG. The Call of Duty guys may not like it. They may have been a little bit underwhelmed. They may have gone in thinking, I just want to shoot stuff, and they're like, man, because they didn't either understand or they just don't like the RPG systems. Whereas I come from more of an RPG background than an FPS background. I mean, my FPS stretches back to GoldenEye 64. And so, you know, I've got roots back in FPS, but I much more enjoy something like Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 7, Skyrim, and that's my kind of game. So the Division, once I got into it and I kind of opened my eyes, so I was like, whoa, this is more my kind of game than I thought it was going to be. So it's going to give Destiny a run for its money. I'm still going to play Destiny just fine, so don't worry about that. Lots of videos. I got lots of Destiny videos planned and coming, but anyway, the Division gets 2 thumbs up from me. I look forward to the open beta. Maybe everybody can play. We'll have some fun. Quote unquote open beta. They haven't actually officially announced it, but it's been leaked, and it's a pretty solid leak. So I'm thinking mid-February there's going to be an open beta, and then March the game comes out. So look forward to that, guys. That's all I got to say about the Division. What do you guys think? What's your after-action report on the Division closed beta? Let me know in the comments below what you think, what you are interested in, and if you're hype or not. But I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed the video, leave a like. Subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and I'm going to get out of here. I love your face. I will see you later. See you. Bye.